Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome to Banished with me, Lathsburg, the ultimate village life simulator, the game in which you take a small group of banished individuals and, well, make their life better. You increase the population, increase the wealth of your nation, and spread like a horrible disease across the land. Now with more mods, so this is a game I used to absolutely adore and have covered in 2 different seasons and even a few live streams, but that was all around about last year, I believe, or at the very start of this year anyway. But now we're back with mods, as I was saying. So for the longest time I did want to get back into Banished with mods, but I couldn't quite find the right mod for me. But I think at long last I have found it. Colonial Charter, New Frontier. Now, I will leave a link in the description to this mod. It is a massive mod that adds quite a bit to the game, and I mean that as in quite a bit. So, we're going to get straight into it, make our new village, and see how we do. Now, for people who are new to the series, are new to Banished, don't worry, I will be covering how the game works as well, because, well, I'm just getting back into it myself. There is a lot to cover. Okay, so we're making a new city. I'll name that in a second, a new village. The map seed don't really care too much about. Terrain type, so normally you would have valleys and mountains. All of the ones with the bracketed CC means that it can be, well, it's new with the mod. So I'm going to go with, Sand Lake sounds really cool. Swamp Valley sounds cool. I'm going to say Lake Waters, that sounds nice. Okay, going to go with Lake Waters. Terrain size medium. We don't want to be too big, otherwise the series would last like 100 episodes. My lord, the large maps on this thing are large. And now there's even very large. Nope, we're going with medium so that we don't let this series run away with us. Climate will be mild. Again, there's a million options there, but we'll just keep it with the standard. And the starting conditions, medium plus. Adds livestock. A medium plus game begins with 5 families, some clothing, food, firewood, tools, and construction materials are provided. A storage barn has already been built, some seeds for fields and orchards are available, as well as a herd of livestock. So the very basics, no housing, no infrastructure, you've just got the basic stuff to just about survive and build, and I think that's good, considering we're just coming back now. Whoopsie, it seems that I didn't turn off my phone, but there we are. Lathsburg is the name. Because that's what I called my original city when I started oh so long ago. So to relive the time and memory of that place, let's call it that and start. Your country has rested all of their colonial ambitions on your venture. Your job is to ensure the survival of your country's citizens. There we go, we are starting. So let's pause the game quickly. And let's get up all the settings that we want so we can see what we're doing. So here are all the professions, and for people who are familiar with Banished, yes, it's almost tripled. For people who are new to Banished, these are all the different jobs that your people can have. You can put people into, let's say, builders, and they will convert to a builder. If you have all the stuff ready, so you've got a building, for instance, for a beekeeper, you've got an apiary, they will go and work in the apiary, so that's that sorted. The second thing is we want to show how much resource we've got. So we have logs, stone, iron, tools, clothes, luxuries, which I haven't had before. We've got medicine, stored amount of materials. This includes glass now, which is that image there. We have food and we have fuel. Now fuel is things like firewood and coal. And finally, the last thing we want is just logs in case something goes horribly wrong, like a disaster or something, or a disease or illness, it will pop up there. So what we need to do first is set up some housing for our people. So we have some new stuff, which is the log cabins and the tiny shacks, the salt box houses and country houses, town abodes, basically lots of stuff. But I'm going to start off with, we're going to be quite poor, and we're going to go with the tiny shacks and the wooden... Oh, actually, no. We could just go with the wooden cabin. Now, the wooden cabin is slightly warmer than the wooden house. And it is slightly more expensive as a result. If they're warmer, it means that they go through firewood a lot slower, and that's quite good. Are these pigs? Huh, neat. I don't think pigs were a thing before. No, definitely weren't, because you had you had sheep, rather, plural there. Chicken, cows, I think that may have been it, so that's a new one there. Okay, so let's go with log cabins instead. How many can these hold? Just a single family, no limit? Although salt boxes do have 5 people, so essentially how the housing system works is that one man, one woman will go there, they will be a happy family, they will produce offspring, and then the offspring will live with them until they're old enough to move out. If they don't move out because there's no space, basically the adults will stop producing children once an adult's with them, you know, like if one of their children becomes an adult, they'll stop producing children. You get the idea. So the best way to increase your population is to get the kids out of the house. Okay, let's make some log cabins nice and close to the storehouse, since I don't know where I'm going to be building stuff, and let's let it randomise the style of houses. Let's have a nice little row down here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is start getting some resources from the nearby area and clearing some space. Collect the wood, collect the stone, and collect the iron. And I'll let them just continue to do that and put down a new stockpile, a regular stockpile. So, one big thing I did notice about this game when I had a quick test game of it for a good 5 minutes is that it's got a lot of stuff that's a lot more compact or specific than the old game. For instance, stone stockpiles, because before you could only have regular stockpiles which could accept everything. Let's speed it up a little bit. So, there are a lot of new images as well. Thankfully, it does come with a little thing here just to show you what each of them are, because I was confused for quite a long time, like the bricks and everything else. It is a little bit jarring to get used to. Clay, coconuts, coffee, these are all new things. Although there are a few things which have just been changed from the regular, just a change of image, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff to keep track of, which I will endeavour to try to, keep track of. So it did say we could have some farms, didn't it? We'll have some new trees here as well. There are now different types of trees. There's hardwood, and I don't know if softwood's a thing as well, but hardwood definitely is. Okay, let's just quickly pause. Where is the trade river? Okay, so this is the trade river. It goes from the top to the bottom. So we're a little bit off. We'll have to actually make a bridge if we need to go there. But for now, we don't need to anyway. Yay! 2 houses are already up. Well done, that builder. Okay, crop fields. It's early spring, so it's already a bit too late, but I am going to put down a crop field straight away. Oh wow, you can go infinite size now. It's actually, no, it's 30? Well, that's definitely bigger than before, but I don't want it that big. Let's have it 15 by 30, perhaps going all the way along here. Okay, that's a nice little starter thing. Let's get that sorted out, and that'll be our food for next year. Oh no, it'll be the year after, won't it? You know what? I don't think I'm going to keep that. No, let's remove that and make it a little bit smaller so that we can start perhaps producing food this season. It'd be good if we could. I don't think we will be able to, but it'd be interesting to see if we can. Okay, we have tomatoes or tomatoes, and then let's put some farmers on that job. See if they start planting for this season. That'd be fantastic if they do. I doubt they will. Ooh, are they actually planting though, or are they just tending? Let's see. We'll deal with the pigs later as well, so don't end up wasting that. Yes, they are growing it, so we won't get too many since they can only plant in the earlier seasons, but we'll get some. So we still have some homeless people, sadly, so we need some more houses. Like one more log cabin. Okay, so that's going to help provide food, but still won't provide enough, and also it won't be that healthy since we're only producing one type of food. So what next? I'll go ahead and make one of these, a tidal pool. A tidal pool harvests oysters, mussels, crayfish, and seaweed, all of which, of course, are food. Yay! And apparently that's nowhere near big enough, so we're going to have to go over here. We do need a little bit of iron for this, so it isn't the cheapest. Let's make 2 though. Still, because I believe I can't remember now, but I believe that you can only have one person working in these at a time. Summer is upon us, and well, everything's looking okay for the first year. Next year we will have to be focusing on things like our clothing, our herb usage, so we actually have some medicine to heal us, and most importantly, honestly, tools, as they are already going down quite quickly. And that does bring me on to a problem I've noticed. there are no cliffs nearby, which means we can't make mines without going a very long distance, and that's going to be a massive problem. We're most likely going to have to rush into trading just to make sure we can trade some of our more obvious resources for the less obvious ones. So we can trade some food, some wood, for some iron, because we have all the wood in the world, apparently. Hey look, tomatoes! Yay, we're getting our first food stock. Excellent. That actually went pretty well. They are getting a... Why aren't we building the houses? Where are the builders currently? Builders, where are you? Okay, okay, you're actually building this first. That's absolutely fine. Although it is coming to late summer now, it's going to get cold very soon. So we do need some houses for our currently homeless population. So what I'll do is actually no, 1 there, 0 there, 0 there, 0 there, 3 on this one, which I actually play strong. Okay, whoopsie daisy. Don't want that to exist. Build that one instead. Well, food didn't go fantastically, but what do you expect from a single tiny little farm like that? Also, we didn't have enough farmers on it either. I thought we had the maximum, but we didn't. So the farmers will act as labourers. Now it's out of season. Excellent. Let's start off this then. Our little tidal pool, one of the new things. So that's a dredger, I believe. Okay, let's see how good they do this. Let's see how good they do with this. Speech is hard. Speech is very hard. I wonder how much food they will produce. Is that all? I already got some, or is she just going home to rest? Reeds! Is that from this? Did you get reeds from this? Mussels, crayfish, oysters, and seaweed. I don't think so. I don't think reeds are actually a foodstuff. There we go, some crayfish. Actually, that was okay. That was 20 already. Okay, we can have dredgers. Eventually, I want monks. Monks can actually produce alcohol, which is fantastic. Okay, and that's what I was worried about. Okay, so we're clearly running out of firewood. In fact, we have ran out of firewood, so we're going to have to be a little bit quick on this. I'm sorry it takes so long for me to find things. It's been a while. We have choppers. A smaller, less formal area where wood chopping is done. That's cool. I wonder if it's as efficient as a woodcutter, though. It's much cheaper, so we can put it down straight away. I have a bundling shed. Organics are gathered and cut into usable bundles as fuel for fires, which is new. A sawmill produces firewood or lumber. Oh, it's got a water wheel on it. I want one of these. Oh, so many cool things for later on. That's the thing, though. A lot of the early game is still pretty much basically the same, other than, obviously, we're going for the tidal pools rather than the gatherer, which probably is a terrible decision. But, yeah, a lot of the basic stuff is just the usual. So for now, we'll put a chopper here. We'll just put it awkwardly there, because we don't actually have any foresters yet, which we'll have to do again next season. This season was just about getting houses up, getting food supply sorted. Nothing else. I'm not really happy with our food supply, though. That's the thing. We may need a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to say we do need a little bit more. So let's go ahead and craft a gatherer's hut, because gatherer's huts are absolutely fantastic things. So this whole section up here will be protected woodland from now on. We won't be building into it at all, because we want it to be there for cutting down wood and for gathering stuff. Although gatherers don't really get on too well with foresters, it's still better than nothing. We don't have enough stone. Actually, how much stone does this cost? It'll cost 12, but actually we'll have to remove some stone for the production. Let's just get the stone there as well. Builders, you can become labourers for now, since we're not actually building anything. And we do have some food income at least. It's not like we have to survive on 500 throughout the entire winter, but... Okay, so I'm guessing you're the stone people. Did you bring stone? Or did you bring wood? What did you bring? Iron! Well, that's neither of which I expected. Okay then, well done. Okay, excellent. It already has all the stone it needs. We will also eventually be building a quarry. Of course, that's the thing we will be building, and a quarry will produce a non-infinite supply of stone. And you can actually build smaller ones now, I believe, as well. Where would that be? Would it be in... No, actually, where would it be? It wouldn't be in refined resources, would it? No, of course not. Resource production, there we go. Ores and minerals, and we have the quarry, the original and the loved. Then we have a much smaller quarry, which is tiny and adorable. We have a precious mine, which requires bricks, and of course that has to go into a cliff, which we have none nearby. We have a placer mine, a waterside method of harvesting precious materials such as gold and silver. A water sluice sorts and separates the precious materials by weight. That's really cool. That's very, very cool. I wonder how it does that then. Does it use stone from somewhere else? Salt works, which I believe needs to be next to water. Yeah, I think it classes like all water as salt water. It doesn't really have a system there. Wow, food actually went up. That firewood, of course, it isn't built yet, and we haven't actually got a logger anyhow, so it wouldn't really have mattered, honestly. Your reserve of food is low. Whoa! Where did that food go? Oh, I think a new house was built. No. You see, when a new house is built, they tend to grab all the food and fill up their stores as soon as possible, so I was expecting that to be the culprit there. We have no builders. Seriously, did I just... I was waiting for that to be built. I don't know. Come on, everyone build. Back to building, lads. And one more farmer, so we actually have the full amount this time. I think 15 by 15 was like one of the most efficient numbers last time before the mod. I'm not sure how efficient different sizes are now, though. Do you want to actually increase that? I mean, we've got so many children still. I think it would be best wait. We do need a school, though. That's one thing we'll need. We have a well. We have a roadless well. That's cool. We have a one-room schoolhouse. A school for educating your settlement's children. Educate up to 25. We have a bigger schoolhouse, I imagine. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. We have the Colonial Hall, which is basically the City Hall. We have the Courthouse. That's cool. Bringing happiness to a large population. Oh, of course, yeah, we do have the happiness meters and everything over there. And the Governor's Office. Well, we could build the schoolhouse straight away to get a quick, educated populace. Educated people will do their jobs better, is a simple way of putting it. As long as there is a schoolhouse in place, and, well, there's educated people in place. I'm trying to think of where I can put this. People who are educated do their job faster and tend to do it more efficiently as well. For instance, a blacksmith who is educated will use half of the materials to produce double the output of tools. There we go, now we need the logger. So, where are you? Apparently I need to pay a little bit more attention, but it is rather late. And my speech impediment is trying to kill me today, as you can probably tell. I've had a bit of a stammering fit earlier. I'm trying to just make sure I can actually talk, which takes quite a bit of effort. I don't like that this is like an empty space there. There we go. What do we need? Iron. We've already got that stone. We don't have anywhere near enough. Shall we build a quarry already? I don't think so, not yet, because we already have so much stone ready and waiting. Do I even need those harvesters in the end? Yeah, I kind of did. Okay, gatherers. Go on then. I'll have 2 gatherers. We don't need as many builders now, obviously. So I'll put in... Yeah, we'll put in 2 gatherers. Let's not overdo it. And they will get things like roots and berries and not herbs, sorry, but things like that nature. A few berries here, a few roots here, things we can eat. Oh, look, a pearl. Some oysters, some pearls, some reeds and tomatoes. Our reserve of stone is low, thank you for mentioning that, but I already mentioned it earlier. Large windmill. Oh god, these are all things I've never seen before. An oil press. An oil press extracts oil from olives and harvested sunflower, flax and cotton seeds, and whale blubber. Yes, you do have whalers in this game. A watermill. Flour from grain. A bakery produces, well, baked goods. Preservists. We have smoke houses. We have salting. Okay, so I think in the future what we'll do is every episode try to make one whole kind of line, you know, to like make something like that, because you need like a whole setup. You need whalers to get the whale blubber, to go to the press, to do this, so you get the idea. That will come later. Right now I just want to make sure we actually survive. one teacher, which will slow down how fast our kids will become adults, though, sadly, as now they are going for education. That seems to be about as fast as the regular. Yeah, that seems to be making firewood really quick, actually. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We do need clothes, however, and we're not getting any material for clothes, so what we'll do is we'll quickly put down a hunter. Just so we can get some hide, to make some basic hide clothing. Thankfully, clothing is one of the least necessary things in the necessary kind of bundle. I should also get to removing all of this. Oh, that's cool. You can just collect wild foods without using a gatherer now. Again, part of the mod. Huh, okay. So where would the blacksmith go? Since we're going to be collecting iron into here anyway, I suppose the blacksmith should just be here-ish. There's nowhere special we're going to go. That's why we really do need to rush into trader later on, because right now we have no ability to get an endless supply, or a long-term supply rather, of iron, which of course goes into making tools, and also no way of getting coal, which is a great fuel, and can make steel, which is far better than iron. Oh well, but we do need some tools though, so let's see, smithing and crafting, we have so much stuff. Once again, we'll be getting into all of this later on, once I've had a chance to read through it all myself. Perhaps we'll just attach it straight. Yeah, okay, so attach it there. That's fine. So, we'll make a little road. Oh, cool, we can just go around the sawmill. That's not a sawmill, that's a chopper. It's literally a big log, which you put smaller logs on to hit with an axe. I'm afraid, though, we are all out of time for today's recording, as the alarm clock very loudly said. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Banished is a series you wish to see continued in the future. And our goal of dominating the entire map, which actually isn't really that big, but still. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.